Another one-pager lesson on musical grammar and why music looks the way it does. We're going to talk today about stems, note stems, and of course beams. When you write eighth notes or 16th notes, how do you write the beams? Where should they go? So we're going to talk about those things real quickly today. In single line music, notes placed below the third line of the staff, so below the middle, below this guy right here, okay, below the third line of the staff should have their stems pointing upward. Upward note stems are always to the right of the note head. Okay, so you'll notice that all of these notes down here are on the lower half of the staff. All right, let me just zoom in a little bit here. All right, you'll see that here's the middle line. All the notes here are below the middle line, so we put the stems pointing up. All right, down here, this note is also below the staff, below the midway point of the staff, but it's facing down. We don't want that. That just looks funny. Okay, this one doesn't look too bad because we're kind of close to the middle of the staff, but it is also technically incorrect. We're below that middle line, so we want to put that stem up. All right, upward stems are always to the right of the note. We always go up on the right. Oops, sorry. We go up on the right or down on the left. Right? Anything else just looks weird. Okay, it's just convention. All right. The second little rule. Notes placed above the third line should always have their stems pointed down, the opposite. Okay? Downward stems always to the left of the note head. All right? So in these examples here, all these notes are way up on the upper part of the staff. You can see that their stems go down on the left-hand side of the note head. This, of course, is incorrect because we're still above the midway point of the staff, but we're pointing up, and we don't want that. Notes on the third line, if it's right, like for example this guy here, they can go up or down, it doesn't really matter, but it depends on the flow of the music. So for example, here we're going from the second line, we're walking up to notes on the fourth line and back down. So really this could have gone stems up or stem down. It doesn't really make a difference either way. All right, but if you had music, for example, that started down here and just went da, 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 and it only went up to the middle line and back down, then all of your stems should be pointed up, just to make it look uniform, really. We want to make it look appropriate and look uniform, all right? So, two little exercises here. It says to circle the notes with incorrect stem direction in this melody. So, you know that the notes on the lower part of the staff should go up, notes on the higher part of the staff should go down. All right, so check that out and circle the notes with incorrect stem direction. Okay. The next little exercise, draw stems on all these notes. You know what the convention is. Notes on the lower half go up, notes on the upper half have stems going down. So you can do that at the end of this quick little lesson. All right. And now here's where we get a little bit, not too crazy, but we're talking about beams. When you have eighth notes beamed together, there is some convention, some rules, quote-unquote rules, for that. So here they are. Beams should always slant in the direction of the note pitches, in the direction that the melody is going. All right, an example of that would be right here. Here you have two notes, G and B. All right, you can hear that melody goes up. All right, so in order to make the beam look good, we want the beam to go in the same direction. The melody goes up, we want the beam to go up. Notice how this beam is slanting down. All right, that is incorrect. Notice how it gives us a huge long stem on this note and a short stem on that note. We don't want that. We want all the stems to be about the same so that, again, it looks a little more pleasing to the eye. So this is incorrect, but this guy here, notice how the beam goes a little bit up. Just a little bit slanted up because the melody goes up. All right, so we want the beam to follow the general direction of the melody. That's first. The next little rule, it says when drawing eighth notes and 16th notes beams together of different pitches which occur over the third line. So when you have notes below and above that middle line and they have to be beamed together, so which way do you put stems up or stems down? The direction is determined by the note which is furthest from the third line. So which side travels furthest away from that third line? Here you have four notes. Okay, the middle note, and I'll just zoom in again. Okay. Here you have, we have four notes. Here's the middle line. all right? And we have to beam them together. So do we put stems up or down? Well, this note here goes one step above the line, but below the line we go 1, 2, 3, 4 steps below the middle line. So these 4 notes go much further below the line than they do above the line. So since we're mostly below on the lower half of the staff, we should be putting stems up, even though this note is above the middle line of the staff. Okay, so generally this stuff is below. I'm just going to write it here. So stems should go up, all right? That's why this notation is incorrect. This notation is technically correct for those particular eighth notes, all right? And real quick, rewrite this music correctly. You have a short little 2-bar melody. Simply rewrite it, putting the beams in their proper direction. Sorry, the stems in the proper direction. Make sure all these eighth notes and every quarter note has its stem in the proper direction and on the proper side of the note. And then, of course, also watch out for the beaming. The beams have to follow the same direction. If your 2 notes go up, if they ascend, your beam should also go up and angle up ever so slightly, all right? So fix those little mistakes, those little typos in that print music, and we'll take it up in class, all right? See you in the next lesson.